Audience, we are in Hartford, Alabama for the Geneva County Bulldogs against the Abbeville Yellow Jackets. We are again in beautiful Hartford, Alabama, a stone's throw from the square, and field looks good. Both teams, you're right on time because we're just now fixing to have the kickoff. I believe it's going to be a very, very competitive game. It is a 2A conference game, so it is important for both these teams. Non-conference games, I mean, they want to win, but it ain't that big a deal.
Right, and these are, they're having okay season so far. This is one of these games, if they take control of this and win it, they can actually get momentum on their side and carry on through the rest of the year. I'm looking for a good football game tonight between these both 2A matchups.
Yeah, you can have a losing season but a winning conference season and go to the playoffs. Nice kickoff, nice return by number 2,
Jose Martinez.
Jose Martinez, he gets the ball all the way up to about the 36-yard line where the Jackets will take over.
Nice tackle by number 12, Robert Darden. Looks like we got 1st and 10 from about the 36-yard line for Abbeville. And I would expect to see them spread out a little bit and use a lot of read draws and read options out of this quarterback.
They running right up the right side of that Jacket line, and he was able to get about 4 yards. Again, that was again number 2 again.
Grayson Bell with a stop. Gain of 2 on the play.
Tackle made by Grayson Bell. He's talking to Coach Thompson. He's been a 3-year starter for this Geneva County team, and he's the leader of the defense. You'll hear Grayson Bell's name called all night long.
As we suspected, the Jackets are content to run, try to test out that offensive line, defensive line, see if they can gain some yards there. And they continue to give it number 2, Conley Wontavious.
Bruce Conyers with the tackle.
Looks like we got about 2nd or 4 here.
And 3 for the Yellow Jackets.
Conley is a 12th grader, running back, 5'10", 195. So that's a good size running back for a 2A team.
Yeah, you'll notice here, they're not huddled up much. They kind of spread it out, keeps the defense from huddling up so they can switch things out.
Man, the Bulldogs brought pressure, but number 14, Billy Ahmad, he really kept his composure, and the ball should have been caught.
Yeah, it was right in his hands. Number 3, Cameron Wallace had it, but number 2, and you're going to hear his name tonight, Brandon Hall. He's one of the starting tailbacks for them. He closed in on him and he gave him his chance to read that.
Watch this replay. Ahmad, keeps his composure, looks downfield, ball right there in the helmet head I'm talking about. If he hadn't had a helmet, it broke his nose.
Yeah.
So that's what drives coaches crazy.
This is going to be close.
Yeah, it's according to what the spot's going to be. Nice hard run by Wontavious Conley to the right side, but, man, I believe they may have to bring out the chains there, Mark.
Yeah, that's interesting play call. I'm not sure that they're going to get a measurement on that. Looks like, nope, they're going to go ahead and give it to them.
They're saying it's going to be 4th down in inches, maybe a half a yard.
They give him 1st down.
No, they did give him 1st down.
1st down.
That was a little bit late there. I thought it was going to, the way it looked from up here, but we don't have a great angle on it from up here, but it looked like it might have been a 1st down. Nice hard count, which draws the Bulldogs offside, so that'll push them back. Well, actually, the Jackets up.
Offside.
Bulldogs back.
Bulldogs. That's a 5-yard penalty.
Ahmad did a great job. Ahmad Billings, the quarterback, number 14. The reason they do that is you'll see them clap his hands is try to keep the defense on their toes, so they're not pinning back and just coming. They're making them sit there and wait, because if you just slap it every time, you'll get that cadence down and you'll be across the line every time. So they tries to keep that defense held back a little bit.
Nice little end around. Demarion Smith with the handoff. He's going to stay in bounds and get the 1st down at about the Bulldogs' 44-yard line.
A nice tackle with Robert Darden. That's his 2nd tackle tonight. Looks like we may have to get another measurement. Not sure yet. They're looking for it.
Now, on that quarterback slap there, he's got to be a little bit careful because he can't move forward, right?
Right.
He's got to be pretty still. Now, he can clap as loud as he wants to, but any other movement is going to be illegal procedure.
That's correct.
So they're going to say it is just a little bit short with 1st down, 2nd down. with just inches to go. Mr. Wontavious Conley, hard running up the middle. He's going to get the first down easily
On the carry.
inside the 40-yard line of the Geneva County Bulldogs. So the Jackets are moving the ball
First down for the
very
Yellow
well.
Jackets. At
Yeah,
the
Jay
Bulldog
Roberts,
40.
number 77, did a good job of anchoring the defense there at nose tackle. He got a first down, but he did a good job of holding his own and did a good play.
Well, number 14, Ahmad Billings did a rollout, had a chance, had a man that was breaking free there, but he just overthrew him. There was no chance in that ball being called.
It looked like they were kind of on the different pages. It looks like the wide receiver's going towards the field goal, and the other one was doing a corner route. So just not on the same page, which they'll get together about that, but brings up 2nd and 10 now with 9:20 left to go in the first quarter.
With the ball on the Bulldogs 40, the Jackets has drove down. They start on their own 34. So about a 35-yard drive right now so far. They're getting a call from the coach on the sideline, trying to see what the defense is going to do. Nice little counter move by number 2 again, Wontavious Conley. Nice, went one direction, looked like he was going one direction and misdirected to the other side.
Conley on
Kind
the
of
carry.
blocked in.
Owen Carpenter.
And number 62, Owen Carpenter, did a great job, but
Down and 1.
number 2 did a good job. Wontavious got following forward. He got contact and got 3 or 4 extra yards after that first contact. Well done by Mr. Conley.
Third down about a foot for the Jackets. Nice play right there by number 1. Tell you what, that was, he stayed at home. Isaiah Hutchinson did not get faked off by that fake handoff to Wontavious and then stuck with the quarterback. So he did, I'm sure that was his job, and he did it. Coach probably going to give him an attaboy on that one.
Yeah, we got 4th and 3 here. I would think we'd be going for it from Geneva County's 32-yard line. Big 4th down here in the first quarter. You'll see the replay here coming up, and that was a great job coming up with 4th and 2 now.
Good luck. We're going to have a direct snap to Trevante Glanton. Little change of quarterback there. I don't think he's going to get it, Mark.
I don't think so either. Number 12 came up and did a great job of making contact. Robert Dart, and number 2 finishing him off, Brandon Hall. But I think you're right. I think they're a yard short.
The ball will go on down. It'll be first down.
And
Tell you what, the defense did a great job of just running down that line, not overcommitting. But as soon as they had a chance to put him down, they did. So they did stop him about a yard short. So the Bulldogs will take over on down. Great defensive stop right there for the Bulldogs.
Got 8:03 left in the first quarter here. Geneva County with their first drive. I think we'll see a very similar offense to what we just saw from Abbeville. A lot of running. Maybe a few throws every now and then. Quarterback is number 5, Jose Martinez, leading Geneva County.
Third out for a nice little tall sweep there for number 2, Brendan Hall. He is going to pick up about maybe couple of yards there.
Dawkins.
They bunched that up to begin with, and then they spread it out, try to get the tight end to come in and overcommit, and then a tall sweep. But that was nice defense by the Jackets.
And Demarion Smith came up. Number 8 made a nice tackle to hold him here. Looks like we've got about 8 to go, 2nd down.
7:34 and counting here in this first quarter. Very nice penetration there for number 8. That was Demarion Smith.
Brendan Hall on the carry. Conley made the
That
stop.
seemed to develop a little bit slow there to me, Mark. I mean, you know, he had plenty of time to get back there for almost to the same time he got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, number 2, Wontavious Conley, and number 8, Demarion Smith with a tackle, brings up about 3rd and 6.
Yeah, the Jackets looking to stop them here on their first possession. Nice hard run.
Jose Martinez with the first down carry.
So that was Mr. Martinez with the carriage. He had the option to either throw it or to run it, and he decided to run it. He saw a gap and was able to pick up first down. Very smart play right there. So that gives the Bulldogs a 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
And he rolled out to the left. Wasn't anything there. Made a good, quick decision to get the first down with his feet. 1st and 10. Now we kind of get the offense in a groove is what the coaches are thinking. But if you'll notice here, almost 21 of the 22 players are within about 10 yards of the play. Nice, strong, hard run by number 1.
Isaiah Hudson would not be denied until he got into the Jacket territory down to about the 44-yard line. Hard run. He broke about 2 or 3 tackles getting that first down mark.
Now, the thing about that defense you'll see here on the instant replays, everybody's out there. If that running back can get a crease, he can get a big game real quick because you have nobody behind you because everybody's up on the line of scrimmage. That was a nice job.
Looked like a little bit of a busted play there. It might have been a real play. It looked like a busted play to me, but he is going to get maybe 2 yards on the play. So that's going to bring up 2nd down and about 7 for the Bulldogs.
2nd down, 7.
Yeah, that's a good, quick decision again. I'm not sure if he bobbled it, couldn't quite tell, or if that was a QB draw. But he did get something 3 or 4 yards out of the play, and that was good job by Jose on the first down.
And the Jackets continue to load the box, ain't they?
Sure do.
Going to bring some pressure right here at the middle, looks like. And they did, and the ball is on the ground. Looked like the Bulldogs did recover it, though, and they did bring pressure and was able to strip that ball before number 1, James Cameron, fell back. No, I'm sorry. Isaiah Hutchinson.
Yeah, it was nice. I think Brandon Hall actually recovered the ball. So very fortunate there for Geneva County, would bring up 3rd and 8 from about the 43-yard line.
Yeah, Geneva County, they're going to have to do something to soften that defense up a little bit, or they're going to do that all night. Try to toss sweep to the right side, and you see the speed there of the Abbeville. Number 4, Xander Peterman got there in a hurry.
He did a good job of holding that edge, didn't let him get outside. With a play call like that, tells me they're probably going for it on 4th down, which it looks like they are. They weren't going for a long pass on 3rd down. I think you're more likely to see a pass play here. Again, like we saw the previous 3rd down, is let get Jose out and out in the flat, kind of see what he can see. If not, make something out of his feet. But they're going to need to spread this defense out because I think the athletic ability of Abbeville is going to be extremely hard for Geneva to control.
Oh, you called it there. They rolled him out and gave him the option to either pass or run, and did have a man open and made a nice pass. It just couldn't be handled by number 8.
First down for the Yellow Jackets at their 40.
I don't really like these play calls when they do this. They do them in college all the time. When you roll your quarterback out, you're pretty much giving up half of the field. So, and if everybody's on top of each other, you're not going to get much separation that short period of time. I would rather see them spread them out and then give your wide receivers a chance, or your quarterback a chance to make a play.
Yeah, and they actually rolled out to the short side of the field. So
you're seeing let's look at Abbeville here. They're from 40 to 40. So,
and that is a busted play right there. That's supposed to kind of be almost like a little Statue of Liberty kind of play. But number 3 did not get the ball like he was supposed to, and that was Cameron Wallace. So tried to give him the quarterback, handed off on an end around, kind of like Statue of Liberty almost kind of play, but he ran right by the quarterback, no back, so he had to improvise.
Well, the new rule change this year they've had, I was talking to an official the other day, is you do not have intentional grounding necessarily in high school. Now you can do like you do in college. If you get outside the tackles, you can throw it past the line of scrimmage. It doesn't have to be near anybody. Last year, you could be outside the tackles and throw it in the stands, and they would call you for intentional grounding.
Yeah.
Now you actually can do like you see on TV on Saturday and Sunday. If the quarterback gets outside the pocket, he doesn't have to have a receiver in the area.
Got a new running back, number 17, Kendrick Carter. He's going to get maybe 1, but that's about it. It's going to bring up 4th down and a good 8 yards.
Yeah, number 22, Bruce Conyers there with a great tackle. Brings up about 3rd and
8.
About 3rd and 8 is what the announcer's saying here.
Looks like the Bulldogs going to soften up that defense a little bit, try to do a little prevent on them throwing a first down. They got to be careful because the Jackets do have lots of speed. They got trips on the near side. Nice discipline right there by the Bulldogs. Try their best to draw them off sides. Let's see if they continue to play or go punt. So number 14, that was Ahmad Billings had a man wide open within about, had at least 4 steps on the defender, but he just too much arm.
Yeah, Cameron Wallace had his man beat. Just needs a little more air on it. He threw it a little bit of flat. It got him over him too quick. But looks like we are going to have our first punt of the game here for Abbeville. Looks like number 2, Montavious Conley, is going to be the punter.
Back to receive the punt. Kenley Prayer, number 8. Nice punt, nice high, deep punt. The ball is bobbled. He's going to fall on it about the 10, but the Bulldogs do retain possession. So we're going to start their offense on their own 10-yard line. That was a nice high punt. Give him time to get down there.
Yeah, he turned it over, and it was actually going kind of sideways. He's backpedaling. He was very fortunate to fall back on it. Yeah, 2 or 3 Abbeville players almost there ready for it, but he did a great job recovering the ball. He was going to start off inside or just on maybe the 10-yard line for Geneva County with 2:55 left in the first quarter.
As we suspected, it's been a good back and forth, and this is what we was looking for. Lots of running. They're only passing when they have to. So they're still trying to work the kinks out and see if they can. The offensive line can move that Jacket defensive line off the ball. Man, that's a nice play.
Martinez.
So, Mr. Martinez, they brought pressure from both sides. He stepped up in the middle, made a couple cuts, and was able to get a first down and get them out of their territory.
Yeah, he had 3 guys on him in the backfield, it looked like, and I don't think anybody even touched a finger on him. And he got the first down of a gain of about 11 or 12 yards. Well done. But if you notice right there, Philip, is they spread everybody out. So I think that opened up the lanes for him. And the defensive backs and the safeties had to play out. They couldn't stay up on the line of scrimmage, and that hole was there for him.
I agree 100%. Like we talked about earlier, they had to do something to soften up that defense because they was all in there bunched up. So it's 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 21-yard line.
It was a nice tackle by Xander Peterman. And also number 44, Dawkins Christian did a great job. Brings up about 2nd and 7 maybe.
Yeah, about 7. That's a good 3-yard run by Isaiah Hutchinson. They made him at the line, but he kept those legs a turning, was able to get some positive yardage out of it. So, hey, not bad. Both teams seem to have really good size for smaller schools, really good size. Here's Mr. Hudson again, and he's going to get a first down at about the 32-yard line.
Stop made by Kinsey.
Yeah, that was a nice tackle made by Kawan Kinsey. He made a great play. Like we have an injured Geneva County player on the play. Looks like his leg maybe buckled a little bit. I believe that's the running back who finished the drive. But we got a commercial here. We get 0-0 at Dixie House Stadium with 1:36 left here in Geneva County.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Yeah, you're exactly right, Mark. It was Isaiah Hutchinson on the ground. Looked like he's kind of limping a little bit. I'm sure they get him on the sideline, work on him a little bit. He'll be back.
It looked like his knee buckled a little bit on contact. There was 2 or 3 guys there. The Abbeville made him. Nice first down run. Hopefully it's just a bruise. Maybe he just got hit on the knee.
Might got a little stinger or something. He come off on his own power, and he's walking around the sideline now trying to get that thing worked out. But he's a big part of that offense.
Yeah, him and Brandon Bell are huge running backs that Geneva County relies on. So we got 1st and 10 here from the 32 with 1:15 left on the clock.
Number 2, Brendan Hall with another. Look like it's going to be another first down run on first down.
Yeah, nice tackle there by Celissa Chapman and also Keyshawn Glanton.
There's another first down.
But again, number 2, hard run, Brendan Hall. Carried a couple Jackets guys about 3 or 4 yards there for the first down. Coach Thompson has to like this with 45 seconds left, being very physical with the Yellow Jackets.
Yeah, nice blocking on that right side, especially number 77. There he goes again, pushing the inside.
Brendan Hall.
Number 11 there, Wesley Ward, did a great job of coming up with the tackle. Went low on him, and I don't blame him. As physical as he runs, I'd go low on him too.
Yeah, me too. That's number 2, Brendan Hall, just a 10th grader. So there's a great future there. But they continue to run to that right side. So I don't know if you've noticed that. The center, number 50, number 77, doing great job. We got about 7 seconds left before this quarter is over with here in Hartford, Alabama. It's kind of a misled. So with that being said, the quarter is out. We're going to take a break, come back for the second quarter.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here.
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
as a result. Our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade. We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
There's never been a better time to explore your career options, and you can start at WTVY.com/nowhiring. We want to connect employers across the Wiregrass with people just like you, who have the passion and drive to do more than just earn a living, but make an impact. So whether you're thinking blue collar, white collar, indoor, outdoor, office, or remote, start exploring the openings local businesses have right here. Visit WTVY.com/nowhiring. Sponsored by Wayne Farms.
With one quarter down, the score is 0-0. Both teams have done a great job on offense and defense. The Geneva Bulldogs, after switching fields, does have a third and about 7 on their own 46-yard line. Nice little quick out there.
Pass is complete.
So that's number 11,
to
Wesley Ward with that reception. He's going to get on out almost to a first down,
Short of the first down.
but a little bit short, about 2 yards. I like the play call, though, to mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, I like that too. There's a little slip screen out to the wide receiver. I thought he had it, but maybe he stepped out before that. But that was a nice play call. I think they were anticipating the Abbeville blitzing up the middle. Brings up fourth and very makeable, too.
Mr. Martinez directing traffic.
I think we got timeout. I don't think Geneva County liked the way it lined up, and the wide receiver had to come to the tailback position. I think that was a good timeout by Coach Thompson here.
I think it was too. On fourth down, them at midfield. I mean, you don't want to take any chances. You want to be sure to have a good play if you're going to go for it. You might want to take, a little timeout. I don't think I heard anything. You still got 2 left. Both teams, like I said, 11:51 left in the second quarter. Both teams have been battling it out. Both defensive have played extremely well.
Yeah, this is an old school football game. They just lining up, pretty much running at each other. There's maybe been combined 3 passes maybe in the first quarter. So this is an old school lineup. You see a couple times you've seen both of them do this little single wing offense where they pitch it and they have the guys block in front of them. A lot of times they do that for trickery to try to get the defense to do things with their eyes they're not used to seeing. Then the next time they'll spread it out and use their athletic ability. I would probably use Jose here in a position to where he's spread out to try to make a play because he's got really good ability of making the guy miss and continuing this drive with 11:51 to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I agree. If I did run it, it would be on that right side. Again, that big number 77, number 50, been doing a great job on pushing. That's where most of the holes have been opening up. So they've been able to block the Jackets pretty well on that side. So they got the play call. They had the timeout. And then the I formation. Jackets bringing pressure. And they're going to get him down and way for a pretty big loss there. That was number 2, Brendan Hall. So I think they had everybody on the line, the Jackets on that play, Mark.
Yeah, they did. They were begging them to throw the ball. Come on, you're going to see here everybody in the line of scrimmage, and when they pitch it there, the speed of Abbeville, there was nothing that Brandon can do. Number 11 and number 2 there from Abbeville. Number 11 being Keyshawn Glant. Number 2, Montavious Collin did a great job of sealing that edge. And turnover downs now brings up 1st and 10 inside Geneva County's side of the field, about the 45.
Yeah, the Jackets just brought too many to block.
Those that are watching TV, the reason why he claps there is 2 reasons. One, he's letting the defense see that, try to get them on their toes. Also give the coaches a chance to look at the defense and change the play. And it looks like they did not change it.
Got another man deep, wide open. This time it is on the money, all the way down to about the 3-yard line. So that was number 3, Cameron Wallace with the reception. And if it hadn't been perfectly thrown, he'd been in the end zone. But a little bit behind him, but he did great adjustment to be able to bring the ball in and get the Jackets down on the 3-yard line.
That was a nice play, nice hitting a little bit behind him a little bit, but that was a nice catch from number 3 here. You'll see he got behind the defense real quick at the top of the screen there. You'll see beats number 2. Great job, a little bit behind him, but great catch there by number 3. Cameron Wallace brings up 1st and goal from about the 2 or 3 yard line, looks like.
Yeah, he just got a couple steps on Watavius Conley there and, never looked back. Good opportunity for the Jackets to get a score here with 11:37 left in the second quarter. Got another direct staff to a different quarterback, Trevante. I think they're kind of looking for him to run the ball, but he didn't. He gave the ball to number 2, Montavious Collins. So there's going to be put Jackets on the board right here at the beginning of this second quarter, Mark.
Yeah, you'll notice that on that play, they had 2 extra blockers behind the offensive line on the right, and it's just pretty much a lead draw right to the right side tackle there and went right in and pretty much untouched. But that was a nice drive after nice run, especially after that nice pass with the extra point coming up.
Here we got the call ball, Bico PAT by the Jackets. And the kick is no good. So that's going to bring the score 6-0. The Abbeville Yellow Jackets taking the lead here in the beginning of the second quarter with 11:23 left in this quarter. So to make this a little bit more interesting, you know what? But it took a big play, Mark.
Yeah.
It took a big play to get that score in there. So, and I'm expecting maybe the same thing on the Bulldog side. It may take a big play, or a big run or a pass, but then again, they're going to have to mix it up. And I applaud the Yellow Jacket coaches over there, Coach Stewart, for doing that.
And did a great play call. A lot of times you see on TV after a turnover, they'll go deep on that very next play, and that's what they did. And got down the field, try to catch them kind of down maybe because they didn't make the first down, try to catch them off guard, but that was a nice throw, put them in great position, and pretty much walked it in there to get the first touchdown on the board. Now, that missed extra point could be huge because Geneva County comes back and scores. They can go up on them.
Yeah, I agree. I expect this to be a close game, and I think an extra point may come into play later in the game. The Jackets set to kick off. It's a mid-range kick there, but number 12, Robert Darden, made the best of it. So he kind of turned, did a couple cuts, went to the, got out of bounds. There is a flag on the play.
A lot of times when you change direction like that, you'll get a hold, or could be that the flag may have been out of bounds. They hit them too late. We'll see here for a second.
Yeah, blocking the back happens a lot on that, especially on misdirections because everybody's going one way. And a lot of times it's inadvertent. You don't mean to do it. It's just you're in the wrong place and somebody changes directions.
Looks like there was a
call was an incidental face mask.
Yeah, incidental face mask, 5-yard penalty on Abbeville. So
we'll start this drive.
Geneva County will stop out about the 42-yard line.
Let's see if this offense makes a few adjustments or they continue with it. So here comes the Jackets again up to the line of scrimmage. Got one man maybe, what, 7 yards back?
Maybe.
Kind of all the quarterback run all the way. He just rolled it out, was trying to let the play develop, let the blockers do something, but maybe got a yard or two.
On the keeper.
But there's lots of bodies up there on that line of scrimmage. That's a hard play to make, even 2 yards. So I applaud him on that, or a yard and a half. But still, that's tough right there when you got that many white jerseys up on the line of scrimmage.
And with the athletic ability of Abbeville, that's just really calling into what they're good at, and that's covering ground. And it's going to be hard to beat them to the corner. And Abbeville did a great job of holding that edge on them.
Kind of the same play, just going to the right side. They set up 3 receivers on the right side that hopefully when they roll out they can pick up some key blocks, which they didn't. They had a man that come in pretty early, was actually blocked in the back. They missed it. But they was able to just follow the ball, and put him down for a loss at the 40-yard line.
Yeah, Demarion Smith came up and made the play. About a 4-yard loss. And, again, what we said, you're letting this defense walk all the way up to the line of scrimmage, and there's just too many bodies for the Geneva County to block. And great job of making the quarterback, Jose Martinez, keep going out to the side, going east to west, and not getting any yardage.
Jackets bringing pressure up the middle. They're going to get Martinez down with a loss of about 5-yard lines.
Brought down in the backfield. Let's go bring up
number 51.
Kwan Kinsey did a great job of getting penetration through the line and getting him. And thought there for a second they may have him for a horse collar because he slung him pretty good. But
he did slung him very good. If you see, he just shot the gap. And again, more people there than they can block. So he was up there on the left side, right beside the center, and then there was nobody there. He didn't get touched, so he was in the backfield, in a half second. So the Bulldogs had to punt from their own, the 34-yard line.
I think they only got 9 players on the field for Geneva County.
Another nice punt. He called for a fair catch. Did he touch it? No, it looked like he called for a fair catch, and it kind of was going to go catch it, and then he decided to get out of the way, so ref said he didn't touch it, so it's going to be the Jacket ball at their own 30-yard line.
I think they got a little fortune there because, if I'm counting right, I think they only had 10 players, Geneva County did. Number 7 came off the field right at the last minute for Geneva County, Amari Holmes, and I don't think they had enough, so if he'd have caught that they might have had a chance, but anyway, they've got the ball now with on the 30-yard line with about 8:49 left to go in the second quarter.
It's been a pretty clean, well, I shouldn't say this because last time I said that there was flags everywhere, but it's been a pretty clean contest with not a whole lot of flags. I think, 2? Look, the Jackets are going to spread it out a little bit.
Oh.
So we'll give the secondary of the Bulldogs all the credit for that because there was nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, that quarterback took a bad hit there. He folded up pretty good. They got him from behind. Out number 14's okay.
Yeah, Ahmad
Billings. That did not look good at all. He got held up kind of by his offensive lineman, and they caught him from behind, and it looks like when they tackled him, his knees got buckled, and that.
Yeah, it looked like he was kind of almost lost the ball, was trying to get back to it. And when they did that, they rolled him up a little bit. So hopefully we're going to hope and pray that he's okay. That would be a big loss right there because he has played a really good ball game. Again, they spread it out. They had doubles on each side. They was looking to go down deep. The Bulldogs were able to put some pressure inside, so he had to tuck it and run. But again, the Bulldogs secondary had great coverage. He had nowhere to go with the ball.
Yeah, and I think he actually hit his lineman. You'll see the replay here coming in a second where he actually hits his lineman in front of him, kind of holds him up right here. You'll see the guy blocking number 62 right there holds him up. He gets him from behind, and then you'll see him kind of fold that knee right there.
That ankle knee, yes, right
behind.
there. Yep.
Number 22 just trying to make a play. Nothing.
No malice there. No, nobody's
whatsoever.
Trying to do anything. Nobody's trying to. It's just part of football. So we just hope he don't tear nothing in that knee. And look like he's going to get up. So that's a great sign. Get a good applause from the fans.
Ahmad Billings, the injured.
Ahmad Billings, look, he's walking off pretty good.
Yeah, you know, and it also helps that Mr. Billings is on the 9th grade, so that he's probably very flexible. You know, if me and you did that, we would probably still be on the ground.
Yeah, they ain't no doubt. And if they'd had to call ambulance for me.
And if you come back 3 weeks later, we'd still be having the same injury.
Right. And you wouldn't have me here next Friday neither.
So hopefully he'll be okay. Maybe it's just a.
All right, so with that, though, there was a loss of about 5-yard line, so it's going to put the Jackets back on their own 24-yard line, loss of about 6. So we'll have a new quarterback in there. Number 1, Cameron Jones will take over the quarterback duties. Nice run by number 2, Montavious Conley, cuts his way on the right side of the line, gets almost down to the about, or did get down to about the 35, 36-yard line. It's a nice gain right there.
Yeah, nice tackle by Isaiah Hutchinson there on the 5-yard, held him back because he got that crease and found 5 yards real quick.
Going to bring up 3rd down.
And number 1 did a great job of preventing any other yard. So we've got about 5 yards left to go with 3rd down.
Yes, sir. Number 8, Kenley Pryor, come up a little lippy or gippy on that. He's still trying to shake it off. That's another, D-back they don't need to lose. Nice play there by number 1, Cameron Jones. Faked that ball to Montavious Conley, who's been the workhorse tonight. So drove the defense to them, and it created a gap on the left side, and he's been able to pick up the first down.
Well, he did a great job of just catching height. The snap was really high. He caught that, played under control. If he'd have handed off to the running back, he'd have had a loss on the play, but he kept it and got the first down.
1st and 10, Jackets at their own 44-yard line. Number 1, Cameron Jones coming in for number 14. Ahmad Billings doing a nice job. Tell you what, Montavious Conley just would not be denied, would not be tackled. Nice stiff arms, kind of trying to tackle him a little high on the first one. The second one, though, he just moved them hips out of the way. We kept turning them legs and got all the way down to the Bulldog 29-yard line.
He just was not going down, holding on to the jersey. He showed speed. He's a physical runner. Nice run for Abbeville. They're kind of getting the rhythm now on offense. And number 1, he comes in the ball game being Cameron Jones, and the offense didn't miss a beat, doing a great job of continued drive with 7 minutes left to go here in the second quarter.
Yeah, I'm sure that's not his first time back there. He looks very comfortable. That's number 17, Kendrick Carter, running just like Montavious Conley. Will not be denied. Went to the left side on that O-line. Fantastic blocking up front by number 71.
Made the tackle. It's going to be a first down.
Darian Glover.
Yeah, Owen Carver did a great job. Geneva County's trying to do a lot of arm tackles, and Abbeville is just breaking out of those. They need to better get a little more physical and wrap them up here.
That was, again, number 17, Kendrick Carter, being brought down by his jersey down to about the 6-yard line.
Bruce Conyers.
No, about the 4-yard line. So it'll be 1st and 10.
Bruce Conyers did a great job of holding the edge there and preventing the touchdown.
So it will be 2nd and goal for the Jackets. Some good hard running right there. Tell you what, with Montavious and him coming in there, that's a 1-2 punch. It's hard there.
Yeah, and then you got the quarterback back there. He's hard.
They like to set up down short yardage. Trevontae Glanton with the direct snap.
This is the same play they did on their touchdown. They just moved these 2 blockers to the left side of the line instead of the right. And quarterback Cameron just decided to keep the ball instead. I think if he'd have handed the ball off to Montavious Conley, he would have walked right in the end zone. But it was a nice play there by Geneva County. Now they've moved those 2 extra linemen to the right.
They give the ball to Montavious, and he did get another touchdown for the Jackets. So with 5 minutes and 27 seconds left in the half, that's going to make the score 12-0. See what they can do with the call, Bob, PAT. Be cool, but I tell you what, that was impressive with a different quarterback coming in. Didn't miss a beat. In fact, to be honest with you, they looked a little better.
And Montavious did a great job of reading there. He made a cut back on them to the opening that the left side of the line had opened up for him. Great job at Abbeville. Got a penalty here.
Flag,
on the
legal
extra point.
procedure. Offsides on the Bulldogs.
Offsides, Bulldogs.
In high school football, if you line up and they snap it, it kills the play. You know, in college and in NFL, that's a free play, where they'll throw the ball deep downfield. But in high school, the play ends as soon as there's an offsides in high school, and that's the reason why the whistle was blown.
So it is going to give the Jackets a little bit closer trial. Again, with number 7, Trevante Glanton at the quarterback position. It's going to be a direct snap and probably a run from, nope, going to give him to Montavious, and he is going to be denied. No, sir. No PAT. Bob is still cool, but no PAT.
That's great. Again, Bruce Scognes, number 22, came up and made the play there and held him out of the end zone for the extra 2 points. But that was a nice drive by Abbeville. They're bringing up 12-0 with 5:27 left to go in the second quarter. Geneva County is going to really need to probably get something on the board here, because they get the ball to start off the second half, but they need to get some points on the board here, I think, for confidence reasons. Get the stadium back into it. It's kind of quiet. It's homecoming. Everybody's in town. Come back to see grandparents here to see people. Alumni's back to do the game. So expect to see Geneva County hopefully here to get something going here and get some points on the board.
Yeah, I agree, and I think we both agree that the Bulldogs coaches need to make a little adjustments on that offense and try to do something a little bit different than just the same plays up there and let that Jacket defense come up to the line and put more bodies in there they can handle.
Yeah, I agree completely. And one thing I would do right now if I was Geneva County, I would move my returns back, because he's only kicked it to about the 25-yard line every time.
That was a quick whistle.
Sure was. I don't know if he was ready for it.
Well, they're going to kick that over, Mark.
Yeah, I don't think he gave the official ready the heads up to tell him to kick the ball. He just kicked it anyway. But if I was Geneva County, I would definitely move my return men up about 20 yards, because he's kicking it to about the 25 to 30-yard line is what he's getting on it. I don't think he can kick it past the 20-yard line.
They do inch up a little bit on your call. Kenley Pryor's at the 10-yard line now, and he was at the 5, so he did move up 5 yards. Got a little sing. Gets almost back to midfield. That's number 5, the quarterback, Jose Martinez, with a nice return on that. It started left, cut back to the right, had some nice blocking there. Almost, with about 2 more blocks, he'd have been in the house.
Yeah, and that's impressive, because a lot of times when you see guys change field like he just did, you get a lot of block in the backs. But Geneva County did a great job of keeping the block and staying on their man and keeping that alley open for him. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs at their own 48-yard line with 5:15 left before the half, so they do have some time and great opportunity for them to score, which they need to do. They're down by 12 points. 2 missed PAT by the Jackets. Just speed right there. That's all there is to it. That was number 8, Demarion Smith. And number 2, Brendan Hall, just didn't have a chance. He shot the gap like blink of an eye, Mark. Well, he was lining up outside. I was watching him, and he wouldn't guarding anybody. You could tell he was just looking that if they come my way, I'm getting him. He wasn't picking up anybody. He was looking for the ball. And so they're going to need to do a better job of trying to trick this defense, because right now Abbeville looks very comfortable on the defensive side of the ball.
That brings up 2nd and about 15 for the Bulldogs. Trying the same play almost to the left side. And he's going to be brought down. That was number 11, Wesley Ward, with a takedown. And again,
I'll bring up 3rd down.
They're just flying to the ball.
And then if you notice, they're running east and west. They're not running north and south on the football field. Abbeville is way too fast for that. They've got to go north and south if they're going to get some yardage. And they're putting themselves way back when they keep these 3rd and longs, because then you're giving this defense just free reign just to drive right at the quarterback, and they could care less about a run because they can catch you in 10 or 15 yards.
Yeah, it's 3rd and 17, and I see them. They're probably going to bring pressure again up the middle. Nope, they're going to home back, play a little prevent, looking for the pass, possible interception. And it is going to be an interception. The Yellow Jackets at the Bulldog at their own 24-yard line.
It was intercepted.
But we do have a flag on the play, Mark.
Made by Chapman. He first down.
So he threw into double coverage, and it was a ill-advised throw. So the flag was against the Bulldogs, so that will be declined. So Jackets will take over on their own 24-yard line. It was 4th down, and I understand that he needed to try to do something, try to make a play, but that was thrown into double coverage and not very well thrown either.
Yeah, you'll see the play here. He kind of rolls out a little bit to the left. It was almost like a Hail Mary almost. Number 9, Celisa Chapman, came over and played the ball really well. He threw in double coverage, but sometimes you have to do that to make a play, kind of spread this defense out. So, you know, it's a 30-yard interception. It's almost like a punt.
Exactly.
So it really didn't hurt you that much. And they're starting on the 24-yard line over here, but this is a huge drive that Geneva County needs to keep them off the scoreboard.
3:35 left into the half. The Jackets on top by 12. Little light rain coming down now, Mark Kenny.
Yes, it is.
That's going to make a little hazardous on that slippery leather football.
Carter on the carry.
It looks like number 14's back in the ball game. The quarterback, Ahmad Billings, that's a good sign for Abbeville.
2nd down 11.
The Jackets continue to spread the offense out. There's that slippery football we just talked about. That was a nice throw by Ahmad. He rolls out to his right, and that's the hard pass to do because you're throwing against your body. But it was perfectly thrown to number 5 and went out of his hands, and almost another Jacket almost caught it, and then a Bulldog almost caught it.
Yeah, number 7 almost had a nice play on the deflection there. Did a great play, but he wasn't expecting, obviously. And like you said, I think the rain may be causing a little bit of trouble for these receivers, which brings up a long 3rd and 10 here for Abbeville with 2:59 left to go in the second quarter.
I hadn't had a chance to look at my radar and see what kind of rain we got coming, but this is not bad, but it is steady. The Jackets setting up a screen right there, and they're going to get about, I don't know, eight yards or so. If we had a little bit better blocking up front, he probably got a lot of that. It was Tavius Connolly, so they let the defense come through. Number 44 thought he was going to have a sack, and they just dumped it off there.
Yeah, that's a nice play by Kenley Pryor to hold him there. Looks like Abbeville's going to punt, which is huge for Geneva County with 2:30 here to go because they really need to put some points. Now, Geneva County doesn't have anybody back, I don't think. I can't see. Here, they don't have anybody back, so they're playing safe here, thinking that maybe Abbeville may try to do a trick or something.
Ball's going to be down there, so the Bulldogs will take over at their own 26-yard line. So it looks like the rain is going to be about all we're going to get. So maybe another 15 minutes or so of this. So hopefully it'll go away and there won't be a factor in this ball game. But again, with 2 minutes and 6 seconds, man, it'd be nice if the Bulldogs could put it in the end zone or get 3 or something on the board.
Yeah, that's surprising they didn't put anybody back. You had Brandon Bell, then you also got Isaiah Hutchison. I would be putting them back there, try to make something happen in this open field with their speed, but for some reason they thought they were trying to trick them. Got some confusion.
Little confusion there in the backfield on the play. They do have 2 wide receivers, though, one on the far side, one on the near side. That's going to be either delay a game, timeout. So
timeout, Bulldogs.
With 2:05 left to the half, the Bulldogs going to talk it over. They really need a score. And since we got a little break here, we're going to take a minute to thank our sponsors who, without them, would not be able to have any of this show right here. So quick to close, clear to close. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for all your real estate needs. Call clear to close. Holly Davidson of Dothan. get your motorcycle. Holland Motorsports, home of the Can-Am. Southeast Help for all your medical needs. Call Bob. Be cool. Call Bob. Zach's in Slocum. Great Southern cooking. Tri-State parking lot maintenance for all your seal coat, striping needs on your parking lot. And also Hots Deli. Eat fresh, eat local. All right, so we're out of the timeout. Bulldogs looking to move this ball down and get a score. They got a long way to go, about 75 yards, 65 yards. Well, at least that was a little different to put a man in motion, kind of like an end and around. They're going to get about 6 yards, 4 yards, maybe 5 yards if I can count right. So he did get out of bounds, though, didn't he? He's going to stop the clock. No, he did not. The clock's still running 1:45.
Well, I like the play call. They're trying to get these wide receivers to be the extra blockers out on the end. But Abbeville, with their speed, they are so hard to beat East and West. And they're doing a great job of sealing these edges and not letting Geneva County get those extra yards on the outside. Yeah, I would love to see the Bulldogs do some more quick passes, a slant, quick out, something, so you can get that ball out there and give your athletes a chance to make a play without these long developing plays that Abbeville seems to be so good at stopping. I don't think that was what he was planning on doing, Mr. Martinez. He's going to get down to about the 35-yard line with 57, 56-yard line. Looked like he wanted to hand it off, then he looked like he wanted to throw it, and then he decided to run it. And there at the end, he didn't go out of bounds either. He lowered his head and come out. You'll see here on this replay, when he comes out, he kind of hesitates, like he's going to hand the ball off like, wait, nope, okay, I'll take it. And then at the very end here, he lowers his shoulder on number 11 and did a great job. And you don't see that too much out of a quarterback. I know his coach doesn't like that too much, but that's a nice play, showing a grit and gut for number 5, Jose.
Quarterback sneak up in the middle. We're trying to get this first down. That will stop the clock and also give them another chance at a scoring before this half. Brings it down to 24 seconds.
On the keeper.
It looks like he didn't make it. And Abbeville, which I thought they would call timeout immediately for Abbeville here. They're trying to get this ball back. They almost blocked one punt already. But I did like the quick snap from Geneva County, trying to catch them off guard. But Abbeville did a great job of holding their own there on the line.
Yeah, so this far back in their territory, I know they're down 12, but I see them punting the ball. I don't see them go forward on the fourth down right here and actually giving them, even with 24 seconds, with a long pass that they're able to throw. Number 14, Ahmad Billings, has a nice arm. I wouldn't give him a chance this far down and just getting another score right before half. That would be terrible.
Yeah, I mean, they're having a hard time moving it. I wouldn't try to put you 35 yards out. They're going to punt the ball here, which is smart. It's wet as well, so a nice good kick. You may have a drop, or he may kind of have a hard time hanging on to the ball here once he catches it. So I like this play call by Coach Thompson.
Number 8, Kenley Pryor, back to punt. Number 3, Cameron Wallace, back for the reception. He is on his own 26-yard line. It was a high punt, took a jacket bounce back into Bulldog territory, so the Jackets will start 1st and 10 with 15 seconds left before the half.
It was about an 8-yard punt after the rollback, but gives Abbeville a little bit of time. They have, I believe, 2 timeouts left with 15 seconds left.
They're going to throw it downfield. I mean, why not? You're ahead by 12. There's only a few seconds left. Your defense is playing fantastic. Even if they intercept it, you still got a good chance of stopping them before they can get a touchdown unless something crazy happens. And there it is. A little bit of a push off there by number 7. Surprised he didn't get a call right there. That was number 7, Trevonte Glanton, one of their tallest players. He is 6'5", 215, trying to throw it up top. But he pushed off a little bit.
Oh, Mr. Wesley Ward there did a good job of staying with him. Ball's a little wet, too. To me, I think if you ask him at halftime, should he have caught that? And I think he'd probably say yeah, because it hit him right in the hands. It just went right through him.
That brings us down to 9 seconds left before the half. The Jackets up by 12, trying to get another score with a few seconds left. Look, there's going to be some movement on the Jacket line. It's probably going to push them back about 5.
Looked like the left guard started going back on his heels right before he snapped the ball. And the Geneva County players were pointing at him, so that was a pretty good sign, and it brought attention to him.
So that's going to bring the ball back to midfield. Still going to be second down. And about 15 now for the Jackets. That took about a tenth of a second. It's about 8 seconds now, or almost 9 seconds. Still, it's 8.9 seconds, Mark.
Yeah. I would expect something quick out or
get a little closer and then go for it.
Because the last play took about 6 or 7 seconds off. So they don't have much time if they go too deep. I know they have a timeout yet, but he's going to have to get down real quick or get out of bounds to stop the clock.
Bringing number 44 up the middle, so they decide just to run the ball. They're going to go into the locker room with a lead, not take any chances on something crazy happening. So that is halftime. So with the Jackets doing a fine job playing great defense.
Play of the first half.
You know, they drove the ball one, had a big play on the first touchdown. So all the way down to, what, about a 40-yard pass, down to about 2-yard line. And then the second one, they just drove the ball. But the big deal is the defense. The defense is just played, and also the Bulldog lack of ingenuity on offense, I would say.
Yeah, I would say Abbeville is doing a better job at moving the ball and making things happen. I mean, Abbeville is, and Geneva County just can't get going. I think in the second half, they get this ball. They need to get on the clock, get something going. We're at Dixie House Stadium. Abbeville up 12-0.
Farmers, they've influenced life in the Wiregrass for generations and play an important role in our local economy. We feel the pride this community has in its agricultural heritage. Watch as we celebrate farmers in our News 4 series, Proud to be a Farmer, on the third Monday of every month during News 4 This Morning and on demand at WTVY.com and the WTVY News 4 app for your favorite mobile and streaming device. News 4's Proud to be a Farmer series is sponsored by Alabama Ag Credit.
We want to make it clear
what comes first here
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
As a result, our hospital earned an A for patient safety from leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade. We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway. And remember, get baked, not fried.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Terry McBride with Country Financial. morning start with News 4.
Thank you so much for starting your day with us. I'm Justin McNelly.
And I'm Kinsley Centers. This is News 4 this morning.
Helping you plan your day.
With forewarned weather.
Wake up with us tomorrow morning with everything you need to start your day.
Covering the wiregrass all morning long. Even some fun along the way.
Get up to speed. News 4, your hometown news leader all morning long. Start your day with Kinsley, Justin, and Amber on News 4 this morning.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway. And remember, get baked, not fried.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Kerry McBride with Country Financial.
All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, we're back here at Dixie House Stadium in a wet Geneva County ball game versus Abbeville. Abbeville is up 12-0 at half. Two good drives by Abbeville ended up getting the points on the board. We're not able to try to do that. We got some sponsors here we want to go over at halftime with you guys, who this would not be done without them. We got Bama RV on 231. Go see them for your RV needs. You got Tyree Entertainment. Have Hots Deli on Westgate. Go see them. Nothing fried. Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance. If you need your parking lot repainted or striped, give them a call. You got Zach's in Slocum. What else can you say? The name Zach in this area, you know you get good food. And call Bob. I know it's getting cooler outside, but if your air conditioner goes out, make sure you give them a call. You have Southeast Health for all your health needs here in Houston County. And we got Clear to Close, Israel Group, to help us out here to start off this second half. And it's raining a little bit here. Phillip, Geneva County gets the ball here to start off the second half. What do you think should be happening here for Geneva County to get back in this ball game?
Yeah, first of all, I won't be doing the weather with Rampart because I wasn't even close to that 15 minutes. It rained the whole halftime. So, but this field looks fantastic as far as handling the weather and handling the wet stuff. So, and I think the Bulldogs, as we said in the first half, are going to have to mix it up a little bit. You give some more looks for that jacket defense, so they're not been so predictable because, as we said, all through the first half, they got speed. You know, they're closing in on the box. They're putting everybody up there. One man maybe 7 yards back, just daring them to throw the ball. So hopefully they can mix it up a little bit with a little quick pass plays, maybe spread them out wide, a couple slant plays. I don't know about anything deep because the last deep one they got was intercepted, but, you know, it's a possibility, but they're really going to have to mix it up a little bit, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think the ball's going to be a little slick here in the second half. Both teams going to have to do a really good job of hanging on to this ball. A lot of times in situations like this, when it's not raining real hard, the player's not really thinking about it. But if somebody gets a helmet on the ball or somebody gets in there and punches at the ball, they can really do a good job here. It looks like to start off the second half, both teams are on the wrong side. So they're going to have to switch sides here, which is custom after every quarter.
Yeah, the ball boy on the sides of both sides of the field is going to be working hard with them towels, trying to keep the ball dry, switching balls out. Again, this field looks fantastic, like it really took it, but you're still going to have wet. That's just all there is to it. So, you know, whenever you got moisture and you got leather, you got slick, and that can mean anything. But again, with 12-0, and the way the Jackets have moved the ball up and down the field, I mean, don't get me wrong, the Bulldogs have played decent, you know, defense. You know, one big play was one of the reasons that they had one. But again, the offense is really what they're going to do. And they got a good O-line. They really do. But when you bring that many bodies up there on that scrimmage line, which the Jackets are doing, you can't block them all. There's no way.
Yeah, they're going to have to make some adjustments here, and hopefully Geneva County got in at halftime and got the coaches in the corner and tried to figure something out here to put some points on the board, because the rain's kind of dampened the crowd emotionally. I know we had homecoming today. Everybody's all fired up. we get a touchdown here on this opening drive, let's get this stadium a little more lively, and I can help out with getting kicked off here with number 83, kicking it deep to Geneva County.
The deep man, Kenny Pryor, is going to get to be able to return the ball. He turns it on the upfield, goes down to his left side. He's going to make it back to about the 35-yard line of the Bulldogs is where they'll take over. And let's see if this offense has a different answer for that Jacket defense.
Yeah, Kenya Pride did a great job of hitting that edge on the edge here. But number 11 for Keyshawn Glanton for Abbeville did a great job of holding his ground and not letting him get a big, huge gain out of that good return.
Look like we do get a good look, different look here, Mark. Got two split outs on the far side, one on the near side. And we're actually going to have number 2 who's going to split out a little bit wider too. That is Brendan Hall. Well, it didn't get much, but I like what they're trying to do. So they spread the offense out a little bit, brought a man in motion, faked the handoff on the inside to him, and then tried with the quarterback to, make a little yardage there with Jose Martinez. It kind of got broken up there, but it did mix it up a little bit. I mean, the play didn't work, but I like the call.
Yeah, 51, Kiwan Kinsey made the play, but really 57, Matthew Wilfork really drove the center back and wreaked havoc in the backfield, which had a hard time getting Geneva County getting the yards out of that.
And Abbeville doing what they did the first half, just bringing pressure on that number 7, Travante Glanton, the big 12th grader at 6'5", 215 in there with that big paw, brought him down in the backfield.
Loss of yards there, brings up about 3rd and 11 here to go. Looks like we would probably see a pass play, I would think, here out of Geneva County. But it's starting to pick up a little bit with the rain. But Geneva County needs something big here to keep this drive alive.
The Bulldogs split out number 7, Amari Holmes, number 2, Brendan Hall. And Abbeville continues to bring the pressure. Mr. Martinez was caught way down for about a 3-yard loss. And again, number 7, I know who's in there, Travante Glanton, and with 2 or 3 other ones.
His line's got to give him a little more time than that. You'll see on the instant replay here, those guys of Abbeville were in the backfield in a hurry. Number 4 on the bottom down here, number 44, did a great job of pressuring. Number 7 held on to him tight. Jose did a great job of battling, trying to get out of there, but Abbeville did a great job of getting that backfield in for a play of loss. About 4 yards, brings up 4th and about 15.
Kenley Pryor, again, back to punt. The Jackets on their own 40-yard line for the reception. Brought pressure, tried to get a block on it. He did make it in a little hurry, so it's going to be, maybe 15, 20-yard punt at the most. So the Jackets are going to take it over at Bulldog territory, about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they did a good job of Abbeville getting pressure on him. Just getting the ball off was a good job by Keontae.
But Jackets will take over at the Bulldog 40.
Abbeville will take over at the 40-yard line here to start their opening drive in the second half.
With you 14 and under, they must be with you in the stands. If not, you will be asked to leave.
Big hole up the middle for number 2, Montavious Conley, and he's going to take it all the way for a touchdown. So big hole there. Big interior lineman there on the offense just opening up. I think he got maybe one little touch to him, and then he was off to the races, and nobody's going to catch him.
Yeah, he did a great job there of eluding the linebacker and then beat the defensive back to the end zone. But great job there. I would expect for them to go 2 here to try to get 2-point conversion, but that's a nice play to start off your second half for your offense.
First possession, first play, touchdown. Here's the call by PAT with 9:20 left in this third quarter. Bulldogs have done a good job of stopping the extra point at least. So, again, that was number 2, Montavious Conley, being brought down about 2 or 3.
Yeah, number 62, Owens Carpenter, made a great job of stopping that. Here's the replay here. You'll see where they hand the ball off on Tavius, and he makes one cut, goes straight up the gut, and he's gone. and breaks that last tackle there from Brandon Bell, but pretty much straight line running, and that's kind of what Geneva County needs to do. Instead of this east and west, north and south, and that was a nice play call by the Abbeville coaching staff. And with the score 18-0 now with about 9:19 left to go in the third quarter.
It continues to come down, not a hard rain, but a steady little sprinkle there. So it does make things a little dicey on the football field, but wasn't that dicey for the Jackets on that big long run. Kinley Pryor again with the reception. Fumbles it a little bit. Finds a seam up the middle. Nice run back to the 41-yard line. Found a nice seam up the middle. Looked like he might going to break it, but it closed in on him, but not before he got about a 25-yard return.
Keyshawn Glenn, number 11, he's doing a great job of staying in his lane on his side. On the Geneva County side, he's made at least 2 tackles here that could have easily been touchdowns. He was the last man between them and the end zone. He's done a great job of stopping them.
We still got the rest of this quarter, another one, but the Bulldogs needs to make some positive yards. I think that they get the fans fired up, get them fired up. Right now, I think they're hanging their heads a little bit, so they're going to got a man that moved too quick right there. So that was number 77 for the Bulldogs. A little bit too much anticipation, so that's going to move them back 5 yards.
Well, they did a direct snap this time to Kinley Pryor to try to do something a little different. But again, they've got all 11 guys within about 10 yards of the line of scrimmage, which I think helps out Abbeville's defense, because then they can bring all their guys up to the line of scrimmage. And they've been a handful all night for this Geneva County offensive line.
And that was the same play that they got the procedure on. That was a direct snap to Kinley Pryor, but he's brought down for
Kinley Pryor on the carry.
About the same where they start from. It's going to be second down in about, maybe got a yard, about 14.
14.
And that was a good tackle there for a loss of 5 yards for Abbeville. Geneva County is going to have to do something to get that defensive out and spread them out some.
If you're a defensive back for Abbeville, you're loving this, because they're giving them free reign to just go shoot the gap. I played defensive back, and they let me do that. I was fired up, baby. He's going to step on out of bounds at about the 46-yard line, 45-yard line.
45.
Did pick up almost 10 yards, 8 yards.
You know, it was a nice counter. Saw the quarterback fake to his right, then come to the left with the lead blockers out in front of him. Did a great job. But it still leaves up third and about 7 here to go in the third quarter with 8:20 left to go.
Abbeville switching out some personnel. Got big number 53 in there. So got a white jersey, so fresh legs. Both of those defensive backs, I mean, look, both of them are lined up straight in the gap.
I think we have a legal procedure here on Geneva County, which will push them back about 5 yards.
Ball start against the Bulldogs. That is a 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
8:19 left in this quarter. The Yellow Jackets are up 18-0, 3 touchdowns, no extra points. That's another direct snap to Kinley Pryor. Had 3 blockers out there, kind of, went down the line trying to pick off those defensive backs and tight ends of the Jackets, but they fought him off and was able to stop him. It's going to be 4th down and 8.5 yards for first.
Aiden Falk made a nice tackle there for Abbeville. Looks like Geneva County is going to punt it.
One team is Connolly for the reception for the Jackets, and he is a threat He's the one that just had that long touchdown run. They brought pressure again. It was a line drive. Montavious is going to pick it up. He's going to try to get as much yards. He breaks one tackle, breaks two tackles.
Yeah, this would be the crackback blocking that the high school officials and college officials are trying to eliminate in this game. I know the players like it because somebody gets lit up, but it's how folks get hurt. And that's what you're going to have a crackback block here on Abbeville.
Montavious gets it back to about the 45-yard line, but it's going to come back another. That's a 10. Is that a 10?
That's a 15-yard personal foul.
15-yard.
Block in the back. Against
There's a really good chance that if he was playing on Saturdays, he may have been targeting on that.
Protected.
You know, when you watch TV, those are the fun ones you used to watch back in the day.
Yeah.
Guys get depleted.
Yeah.
Everybody, like, you know.
Yeah, it's the one you went, ooh, ah, when you see it on TV.
That's right.
Again, it does get a lot of people hurt because it's a blindside block, so nobody knows it's coming. So with that penalty, the Jackets backed up to the 26-yard line, 27-yard line, where it's 1st and 10. The Bulldogs just continue to miss tackles. Great blocking downfield, number 7. That's Trevontae Glanton blocking downfield. Three missed tackles, 4 missed tackles, and Montavious gets all the way down to in the Bulldog territory, about the 15-yard line mark.
Yeah, Montavious is too good of a running back. You'll see on the replay here, all these arm tackles. There's one right there he's missing. You'll see another one right there. And they try. That number 7 right there does a great job of blocking the other number 7 for Geneva County. And number 8 didn't quit. Kenley Pryor did a great job of stopping him.
So that puts the Jackets in great position again at about the 17-yard line of the Bulldogs. That's number 17, got some fresh legs. That's Kendrick Carter coming in. He came in the first half and made 2 or 3 nice runs. He is reminds me a lot of Montavious Conley. Hard to bring down, low center of gravity, and runs hard.
Yeah, number 7 there, Amari Holmes came up and made a great tackle. Looks to be about 2nd and short for Abbeville with 6:39 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Again, should have had him in the backfield. So that was number 50 that missed him on the backfield. Again, those are hard to bring down, but still, though, you got to wrap them up right there. You'd have put them back up for a loss, but because of that, they're going to go ahead and get a 1st and goal.
A nice tackle by number 62, Owen Carpenter there. Great stop. He wrapped him up and pushed him back, but it is 1st and goal here for Abbeville.
From the 7.
Yeah, Scott Sanders had him in the backfield and just couldn't bring him down. Kendrick Carter again with the handoff. Liked to slip down, but caught himself and was able to get some positive yards, probably about 3 yards. Going to bring up 2nd and about 3 to the goal.
A host of Bulldogs there with the tackle to keep him back. Pryor kind of held him up and got help from his teammates, but
2nd and goal.
Looks like we're about the 4-yard line. It's looking like
from the 1.
Second here.
They get down here to the goal line. They have to have Trevontae Glanton go to quarterback. Big guy, again, 6'5", 215. Can see the field. Usually he does a handoff, but he'll keep it. He gets it there. He keeps it there. Big body. Hard to bring down. It's going to get down almost within the yard line of getting a touchdown. It's going to bring up 3rd and maybe a foot.
I thought that was unusual. On every 2-point conversion, he's the quarterback.
Yeah, when they got down low on all the touchdowns, they got down within the 10-yard line or right at the goal line. They put him in as quarterback.
Carpenter.
Yeah, for some reason, Ahmad's not the quarterback when it comes to the
inside the red zone. Yep. Well, inside the 10 anyway.
Maybe the ball was moved here, and the referee needs to reposition it, looks like.
with the clock stopped at 4:49 left in this third quarter. The Jackets went up by 18, knocking on the door again. That moved them back 5 illegal procedures. That's good for the Bulldogs.
It's a 5-yard penalty.
That's going to make it third and 7.
You know, the white hat was talking to the center, so I don't know if he adjusted the ball once they lined up and they thought that he was trying to trick the defense, so he got called for the 5-yard penalty, I believe.
They give you a little bit of leeway. You can turn it up. You can't turn it sideways. You can adjust a little bit, but if you make any move backwards, I think they're going to get you. Ahmad Billings back in for quarterback. Give number 2, Montavious Conley, and he gets a touchdown. He's just hard to bring down. I mean, he was hit again twice before he got to the end zone. Stayed on his feet the whole time. So another score for the Jackets. Gives them another 6 points.
On behalf of the
he's very slippery. He weighs 195, so he's a load already as it is. But
September the 17th.
He gets near that goal line. He's hard to move around.
$20 per shooter age 15 and up. $10 per shooter for kids 14 and below. At the same time, they have to be having a raffle. They're raffling 2 shotguns and smaller prizes. The ticket's $5 a piece, so you can get 5 tickets for $20.
Try for a fake kick on the PAT, Bob Cool PAT, and it was smothered right there. So they're again going to miss a PAT, but they will put them up 24-0 with 4:21 left in this third quarter.
You'll see the replay here coming in. This is the touchdown with Tavis. He does a great job. And he gets stopped about the 1-yard line, but then he just battles through it and gets the touchdown.
I'd like to remind you, if you have a child with you that's under the age of 14, they must be with you in the stands.
Yeah, there's some good blocking up front, though, with that jacket. Big jacket O-line as well.
And Montavious, he has 4 touchdowns tonight with 149 yards. Good night.
That is a good night.
For Mr. Conley. I like his chances of maybe being the WTVY Player of the Week if he continues this up.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, 5'10" and 195. That's a load. I mean, again, you're not small by no means, but you know you're quick. Still got lots of quickness, but then it's so hard to bring down with that low center of gravity. So hard. Little low line drive kick there. It's brought back for about a 6-yard return or so. And the Geneva Bulldogs, down by 24, need some offense here. They're going to start at their own 35-yard line and hopefully get some positive yardage and pick this team up a little bit. They're a little down right now, Mark.
Yeah, they need to maybe try some unusual stuff, maybe something deep down in their playbook to maybe some trick plays or something to kind of get the team some confidence, because it seems like to me, just looking on the sidelines and watching the players, they're just feel like they can't do anything, and they need to get some hope. And I think if they got a little hope and make some positive plays, get some confidence, they can score.
Yeah, get this crowd back in it. They haven't been in it the whole game, but maybe get them in it to begin with. Make a huge difference. Going to be a tall sweep to Kinley Pryor. Again, they stopped in the backfield by a host of Yellow Jackets. I know there was number 11, Keyshawn Glanton was in there. Number 4, Xander Peterman was in there. And again, staying at home, and they kind of already know what's going to happen is the bad thing. You know, they've seen this tall sweep go one side, tall sweep go the other side. So, you know, they almost like they got the playbook of the Bulldogs in the back pocket.
Yeah, and they're already all up on the line of scrimmage. So, like you said, everybody on the defense is chomping at the bit to get a hold of the ball, because they have really no threat of throwing over the top of them. So I think if I was Geneva County here, I'd try to throw the ball the next 2 downs, at least try to make something happen through the air, because on the ground right now, they're just not getting any movement. And that defensive line, for Abbeville's doing a great job of getting in there, even when they're passing. So the passes are going to have to be quick.
Yeah, and
get it off.
I'd even throw a little trickery. Throw it out, let somebody else try to throw it. I know they got somebody over there on that sideline that could throw it. So we did have a Bulldog down. That is Kenley Pryor. He's getting up, shaking up. He's been working a lot tonight. He's been punting. He's been returning kickoffs. He's been in the backfield. So again, these smaller schools with less students, a lot of these students have to go, or athletes have to go both ways, 3 ways. He's going 4 ways.
Yeah. And I don't know if I'd want to run against Abbeville right now with the way their defense is, because they're flying to the ball and they're hitting. And he looked like a pinball there on that last play. He got hit 2 or 3 times, and I think one of them probably knocked his breath out of it. No, that's going to be a flag because they had both guys moving at the same time.
Yep, can't do but one at a time, can you? So I think it looked like it was like a little bit busted. At least they're trying to do something different. But, yeah, two men in the backfield moving at the same time. So that's going to be legal procedure. It's going to be another 5 yards. It's going to bring up 2nd and 20.
And we've got another flag on the linesman. We may have offsides on Abbeville, which could possibly.
Could be offsetting. If you hung in there with us tonight, we appreciate it. We'll be doing Friday night football again next Friday night. Don't know exactly where we'll be, but we'll try to find out before the program's end. So everyone that's watching and enjoying this football, being able to watch high school football throughout the Wiregrass with me and Mark, we appreciate you tuning in. Thank you, Creels.
Looks like we have both penalties maybe against Geneva County, so they're going. Abbeville's deciding which one to decline and which one to take.
First flag is illegal shift. That is declined.
Okay, I'm not sure on that. I think I saw illegal shift, but then he called, and they declined that penalty. But then both teams got called for personal foul, it looked like, and they both.
The first foul was illegal.
Offsetting.
That penalty was declined.
Yeah.
There was a personal foul against Abbeville, an unsportsmanlike conduct against the Bulldogs. Those penalties offset. That brings up 3rd down, 18.
Okay. All right. So you're right. There was a illegal shift, and then there was 2 personal fouls, 1 on each side, and those offset. So we're going to go again with 3rd down and 17, almost 20 yards.
I think that's about right. That's
Bulldogs in desperate need of some points on the board. I think they're going to figure it out a little bit more there, Mark.
Well, I would thought that the illegal shift, well, I guess he declined it. It wouldn't. They did that because it wouldn't give him another 3rd down. So.
.341 left in this 3rd quarter. The Bulldogs running out of time, needing some points. Nice, there we go. So put a man in motion, fake the toss sweep to the left, and then and do the dive up the middle. At least it moved to shift the defense, because all they've been doing is, like you said, flying to the ball. They thought the ball was going to go left. So watch this replay. Watch this quick little fake. They had the man come around the end, so they thought it was going to be a tall sweep coming, and they did the dive right straight up the middle, and it got down with 3 yards on 4th down, left for 1st. And this is definitely 4-down territory from now on for the Bulldogs.
We have a timeout on Geneva County.
Timeout. Bulldogs.
You'll watch them here at Dixie House Stadium. The score is 24-0 Abbeville over them. Y'all come back and join us.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway. And remember, get baked, not fried.
Welcome back to J.D. Chastain Field. Watching that Hots Deli commercial made me a little hungry there. But we are we had a timeout by the Geneva Bulldogs, 4th down. Them desperately needing a score, so they want to take a little time, make sure they got a good play in there. The Yellow Jackets have been very, very stingy on defense, not allowing anything, been in the backfield numerous times. So the Bulldogs coach really wanting to have a good play and get a first down here and hopefully get a score on the board.
Well, it looked like the linebacker, number 51, had walked down to the line of scrimmage, and he was literally inches away from the center. And I think that was probably where they were going to run the ball. So Geneva County's coaches saw that and called a timeout and maybe changed something up here.
We've got an overload to the right side of the line. Man in motion, but wow. Number 4, Xander Peterman was there about the same time the ball got there. He timed that snap perfectly, did he not?
Yeah, the line's got to give him some help there. There's not much you can do when you take one step and he's in your face. You'll see the replay here. He was shot out of a cannon. Number 4 was. I don't think he's even touched.
Though, and again, what they're doing, we've been saying all night, line them up. They're bringing those defensive backs up and shooting the gap. You know, the offensive line, man, he can only block one person, usually, unless you're Superman. So they're focused on the man in front, and they just shoot the gap, and nobody touches them. So 1st and 10 after the turnover on downs for the Jackets at the Bulldog 37-yard line. Flag on the play.
Abbeville's acting like the penalty's on them.
I think it's going to be drawing offsides. You know, we talked about that in the first. You know, he does that hand clap, but if you go forward and clap, you know, that's a legal procedure. You can stand there and clap, but you can't move forward and do it. So it's going to back them up 5, give them 1st and 15 from about the 43-yard line. Mr. Tavius Conley looking smooth as silk, running around that left side. Just running down the sideline, get a 3 or 4 yards, make a little cut, stiff arm, end up with about a 6-yard gain and don't even look like he was trying.
And one thing I like to compliment Abbeville receivers on, they block extremely well downfield. And some of these long runs that Tavius is getting is because of the blocking. And right then you had the the wide receiver come up on the linebacker and made a great block that gained those extra 6 or 7 yards.
Look for Mr. Glanton to get the ball again. He does to the right side. Going to get another, about 5-yard line. We got some extracurricular. We got a little pushing and shoving and fighting going on. There's flags everywhere. Coaches need to go out there and just go ahead and stop this mess. You know, it's gets a little chippy when the score gets 24-0 at your home field. Don't know exactly what happened on that, but start off with a lot of pushing and shoving, and other players got in there on it. So, you know, with this playing like there is, you know, the Bulldogs really need to make a play here, really need to make a stop and really try to get some points on the board. I know it's getting late in the game, but again, you may not win, but at least you can make, you know, some positive out of a negative.
Yeah, and then you start getting games like this whenever the score gets kind of blown away. Team gets way up, starts getting real chippy among the players on the line. That's it's kind of a nasty spot anyway on the offensive line and defensive line. And then the pride sets in, and then you start having these chippy calls at the end. Hopefully the referees are probably going over that, and they're going to probably be looking at the thing here. There's maybe some ejections out of this. I'm not sure. It may just be multiple personal fouls.
So we're going to try to catch what happened on the replay. It was on the way outside of the field play, so it probably didn't even have nothing to do with the play. It's probably just two pushing and shoving. So right there is number 12, and then there's a push and then a push back. So it was a clean block on the Abbeville, and number 12 just took a little bit too far. And then there's a pulling of the jerseys, and then here comes the Geneva Bulldog teammates.
While the officials sort this out, I'm going to take this opportunity to
and then you
introduce
see
our
three of the linemen behind them coming in, and they actually shoved the Geneva County players. So I'm not sure.
Co-captain is Lily Claire Turner.
What's going on?
I didn't see anything extra ordinary out of the block that was coming in. I mean, the play was on that side of the field, and you know, the jacket player was making his block, doing his assignment.
Taylor Pence.
Yeah. The thing right here that a lot of folks may not realize is if a player's ejected, the school gets fined.
Yes.
So if there's 3 or 4 kids that get ejected, you're looking at maybe close to $1,500, maybe $2,000.
Varsity cheerleaders on captain.
At small schools like that ain't nothing to sneeze at.
No.
Our co-captain.
That may be the gate tonight that they get from the game, or it could be the concession stand money they make. They're going to lose that because a couple kids get kind of hot here. So hopefully the coaches, they're out both talking right now in the field. You'll see them standing there just to the left. That's Coach Stewart and Coach Thompson talking. They seem to be having a good conversation, but they're probably talking to their coaches and telling them, look, and their kids, we got to calm down and we've got to play right, because some of these kids could get ejected for the next game, have to be suspended, have to sit out the next game. So these small schools, like you said earlier, they play 2-3 ways. They lose one of those kids, that's going to hurt.
Yeah, that's going to hurt bad. As a matter of fact, and let's say it's still pretty early in the season. We're not even halfway through yet. So there's still a lot of chances for them to make the playoffs. So we got all the Stripies down there talking. 7 of them trying to sort this out exactly how they're going to handle this, who they're going to penalize, who they're not going to penalize, if it's going to be offsetting, if it's going to be somebody's going to get ejected.
Maybe my guess would be the 2 original guys, I think it's number 12 and number 11.
I agree, you're right, yeah.
Are those 2 guys will probably be ejected because they started the whole thing. The others will all be offsetting. So I don't think the ball will move any, but there will be something going on here because there's a lot of guys writing a lot of stuff. So I don't think it's going to be something real simple.
The hard thing about it on the referee's part is to pick and choose. You know, if you get in there on it, you know, and then, you know, so it's a hard thing for players too. You want to help your other players out, but once you do that, then you're in the mix. So it's hard for the referees to pick out, oh, this one's going to get penalized, this one's not going to penalize. So if you're in the melee of it, and usually it's going to be offsetting, except, like you said, for maybe the original ones, which started the whole thing.
Here you see the head referee talking to both coaches here, probably going to give them exactly what's happening. Another thing I couldn't see on the video, which I hope didn't happen, was if a player comes off the bench and involved in that, he's automatically ejected. And there's no questions asked, but I don't think I saw anybody doing that when it came to the play after it happened. And Coach Thompson on this side of the field did a great job of getting out there and getting his players out of it. Coaches are allowed to come on the field and break that up. Other players are not. So that's due to some very bad situations in the past history when players have all come on the bench, off the bench, and it can get out of hand in a hurry.
So we do still have 2:26 left in the third quarter. So while we get this mess straightened out, the Jackets up 24-0 here in Hartford. We are at the J.D. Chastain at Dixie Howard Memorial Stadium, beautiful Hartford, Alabama. It's been a fairly good ball game so far. Again, the big story here to me has been the Abbeville defense. So not allowing hardly any offense. I don't know exactly what the stats are, but they can't have many, especially with all the negative plays that they've had in the backfield. And that all stems from them bringing everybody up to the line of scrimmage, having too many men that they cannot block. You know, Bulldogs. There's no way they can handle all that, especially up in the middle when you bring those D-backs up in there and they're shooting the gap, shooting the gap, shooting the gap. So it's been a hard road for them to hold the Bulldogs on trying to get any momentum started, any rhythm started. And that's one of the hard things, too. A lot of times teams need a rhythm. They need something to get going, get this, that going. And then there's no way they can do that with all this in the backfield.
Yeah, I agree. They just have no answer Geneva County does for Abbeville's speed on defense, and they haven't been able to do anything. They're going back and huddling up again, so I don't know. It looked like he was talking mainly to Coach Stewart there, so I'm not sure if he was telling him something and Coach Stewart had a question and he went back and asked the referees on their opinion of the matter exactly. But the main thing here is coaches need to talk to the kids on the sideline and don't let this keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and the next thing you know, you got a huge situation where both teams are going to have multiple players.
Well, I think the line judge is going to have the most say-so in that because he's the one that's when we're right there on that side where that happened at. So again, what we're doing is waiting for this little altercation that we had between the Bulldogs and the Yellow Jackets to get sorted out. They've been working on it for a few minutes on seeing what kind of penalty, who's going to get a penalty, who ain't going to get a penalty. Somebody might get ejected, so hopefully we get it worked out here in a short.
And again, it looks like the head referee is mainly directing his conversation towards Coach Stewart from Abbeville. So maybe somebody did come off the sideline or somebody saw something.
Now, there's a possibility from the other side. You should have some. We didn't look in there. We was looking at what was happening there, so you're right. So it could have been some of the players over there on the Abbeville side that the referee saw come, onto the field of play, which you said is absolutely another nice gesture, nice handshake between two coaches saying, really it just some altercation that really got out of hand for no reason because, from looking at the replay, it was a clean block by Abbeville.
Yeah, it just went a little further. Now you're seeing here on the screen the referees are talking to each other, but on the field, both coaches have got their players around them, telling them right now probably it's time to cool down right here. We're going to show a replay again of the situation of what's caused all this huge delay. At the bottom of the screen, they're number 12, number 11 go at it. And after the whistle, they kept going. Then Geneva County players came over, looked like on the number 11 for Abbeville, and then the Abbeville players came over and started shoving, and then it went from there for about 5 to 10 seconds till they broke it up. But waiting on the official here to finally decide what's going on.
Yeah, I believe you're right. I believe they went one way, Mark, and then they come around and went the other way trying to get everything sorted out. So I don't know exactly which way is going. The marker, the down marker is on the 40-yard line, and it's showing a first down and 10 for the Yellow Jackets.
They got the first down with the run.
Right.
That's why they got the first down. All these penalties are after the play, so it's a dead ball penalty that you're looking at here happening. Hopefully we'll get a better explanation from the head ref.
Yeah, because after first down, the dead ball was inside the 30-yard line. So it was at the 28-yard line or so. So that would have moved them back, 15? So it looked like it would have, right now, what I'm looking at is a personal foul against the Yellow Jackets, which moves it back to the 40-yard line, which they still have a 1st and 10.
Which makes me think that possibly there was maybe multiple fouls, but maybe Abbeville had one extra than Geneva County, which calls for the 15-yard penalty to go back, which will be 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line.
That sounds good to me. I'm going to go with that. Nice job by both coaches to get their team settled down, have a little talk with them. Well, they got a break, said, look, guys, hey, we're here to play football. This extracurricular ain't gonna help nobody.
I guess we're not going to get an explanation. He's like he's ready to hike the ball.
All right, look like we're going to get back to some action. 1st and 10, the Abbeville Yellow Jackets at the Bulldog 40-yard line. Everybody's had a nice little rest anyway. Yeah, the penalty was when the Yellow Jackets had a 1st and 10 inside the 30-yard line. So that after the play was called dead, then they still get a first down. But the penalty was a personal foul against the Yellow Jackets, moved them back 15 yards to the 40-yard line because it was about at the 25-yard line or so. I guess it would have been at the 25-yard line if we moved back to the 40 where the altercation occurred. So after sorting everything out, what I'm seeing is that the Yellow Jackets
Conley on the carry.
Eventually got a personal foul, 15-yard penalty back to the 4-yard line where they started with first down.
2nd down and 6.
Is that right, Mark?
I think that's correct. I think what you're probably getting penalized for are the 3 players from Abbeville who came behind after it kind of came up and they shoved some kids. I think that's what they're getting them that extra 15 yards for.
Now, we're just speculating. We may be completely wrong, but that's just what we think is what happened. So we got number 3, Cameron Wallace, some new legs in the backfield, and he is quick too. It's a flag on the play, but he did get a first down if it stands down inside the 30-yard line or about 28-yard line of the Bulldogs.
One of the Geneva County players' helmets came off, and I don't know if that had anything to do with the flag.
That's winding us down to a minute and 43 seconds. Or was that 14 seconds?
Not sure what that is. But it's a penalty against Geneva County.
We're not getting a whole lot of explanations from the refs. That's a big one. That's a personal foul there, so that brings it down all the way inside of the 15-yard line, but right inside the 15-yard line.
Called against the Bulldogs. That's a 15-yard penalty. It's going to be first down for the Yellow Jackets.
I thought legal participation was 5 yards.
I did too. That's 13 seconds counting down in this third quarter. There's a fumble. The Yellow Jackets were very, very lucky to get that back. It was just a bad handoff.
Noah Williams.
So number 14.
No, actually, Geneva County
did get it back.
Yeah, Noah Williams with the recovery. I think that was a classic scenario of the wet ball. He held it in the running back's stomach too long, and it just slid out of his hands, and Geneva County made a great job of getting on it right there.
Absolutely. I thought 14, Ahmad Billings, was able to fall back on it, but not. This number 44, with the fumble recovery, he just wrestled it away from him. So good job. You can do that. There ain't nothing wrong with that. So that gives the Bulldogs the ball back at their own 17-yard line. Nice little change of play there. They got the quarterback under center, so a little change instead of the direct snap.
Yeah, he ran it straight at the line. He didn't do any east and west running, and got 3 or 4 yards out of it. And I like that play call because you're running right at the defense.
Yeah, you're trying to play that quickness against him, or at least negate that some quickness instead of doing a shotgun start. Snap where it takes a little while to get back there. It's automatically in the quarterback's hands. So they pick up 3 yards. It's a tall sweep to Kenley Pryor. He's going to get out of bounds at about
run out of bounds.
24-yard line, 23-yard line. So he's going to pick up a yard or 2.
And Devontae Glanton made a great job there of getting him to the sidelines and pushing him out. Might have got 1 yard. I'm not sure. It's the guy on the PA says 1 yard. I'm not sure about that. But you notice that linebacker, he's walking down. If you'll watch him, he's getting right over top of that center, number 63. He's getting right up there on him.
Yeah, you got the middle linebacker, number 51. I mean, he's just right in the gap. There's both of them, 2 of them. There's that speed. That's number 2 there. Montavious Conley, not only can he run it, he can tackle. So we got about,
see a great job here by Montavious. The 2 guys coming up the middle, which pushes Jose Martinez out, and number 2's waiting on him. And, he just doesn't show his speed on the offense. He also shows it on the defense. We got 4 seconds. Looks like that's going to be the last play here. And Hartford, Alabama, the J.D. Chastain Field scores 24-0 Abbeville. Come back and finish up this 4th quarter with us.
We We want to make it clear
what comes first here
At Southeast Health, we're improving quality
and keeping our patients safer.
with best practices and improved processes
We're delivering safer care.
and more satisfied patients.
as a result. Our hospital earned an A for patient safety from Leapfrog.
An elite designation recognizing our high standards.
We made the commitment.
We earned the grade. We did it for you.
Southeast, always the right direction.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly, and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway. And remember, get baked, not fried.
Friday Night Football's live game of the week is sponsored by Terry McBride with Country Financial.
Welcome back. It's the fourth quarter. It's fourth down for the Bulldogs. They are going to punt. Had another whistle blown by Mr. Stripes. See what's going on. It's going to be against the Jackets. Going to give them a little bit more room for that punt there, Mark.
Yeah, it looked like offsides there. Again, in high school, if you line up in the neutral zone and hike the ball, it kills the play. So that's why, if you're watching that, wondering why they didn't allow the play to kind of play out, that's the reason why in high school, offsides on both sides.
Still going to be 4th and 14. We are just starting the fourth quarter, 24-0. Yellow Jackets in the lead. Nice little roll for the Bulldogs. Going down the ball there at about the 44-yard line where the Jackets would take over, leading this ball game 24-0. And Geneva Bulldogs needing to stop.
Yeah, they're doing a halfway decent job. Their offense just didn't give them much help. They've been on the field the whole time. And defense has stopped on numerous times, but if their offense, they can't get on the sidelines and get fluids in them quick enough, they have to go back out. And that's just a statement to the defense from Abbeville, who's done a great job on Geneva County tonight when it comes to their defense side of the ball. I would not expect much out of Abbeville in the fourth quarter. I would expect them to run the ball and try to get out of here, especially with the way tempers are flaring a little bit, trying to get things where move on to next week and take the victory.
Yeah, if they win this game, that'll put them 1-1 in conference play. So that'll put them back to 0, or so that's a big, huge plus for them. It's a tall sweep. Number 3, Cameron Wallace set it to the left side, decided to go back to the right side. The Bulldogs did a great job of also reversing their field and stopping him. He may have got 2 yards, 1.5 yards or so. But it's good defense there by the Bulldogs. Good pursuit.
Yeah, they play good disciplined defense. Didn't pursue the ball too much and get out of position. The guys on the left side did a great job of holding their ground and preventing a big play.
Yeah, a lot of times on that, the tight end or on that side, they get way out of position, don't stay at home. I played tight end one time, and my coach Charlie said, stay at home, I never did. So I went in that position very long because I went straight to the ball. That's been a workhorse tonight, Mr. Tavius Conley with another pretty nice run. Looked like he was going to be stopped about 4 yards in, but again, he is slippery. He's got those swivel hips that seem to get out of the way and make people miss with arm tackles. They can't hit him solid straight on, it don't seem like, Mark.
No, and they had about 3 or 4 guys there with plays, and Brandon Hall came up there and finally got him down, but it brings up about 3rd and 5, and I would expect to see the ball in his hands again here if I'm Abbeville.
Think they might sneak one deep. Very nice play. Nice design play. Nice rollout. Very patient, number 14, Ahmad Billings.
Ruled incomplete.
Looked like he dropped. Well, it was nice that he dropped it anyway.
It looked like he had control of it until it went to the ground, and then he lost control there at the end. So the referees have ruled that it was an incomplete pass, which looks like Abbeville's going to punt the ball here. Up 24-0 with 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter.
Looks like number 7, Amari Holmes, back for the return. Usually it's been Kenley Pryor, but they switched that up, so maybe he can get him some yardage. Almost blocked. He catches on the run, bobbles again, but I believe he did fall on it to retain possession. But he wanted to get some yards. Good for him, but that's dangerous. But the ball was almost blocked, so Montavious had to, quickly kick it, and it was a line drive.
Yeah, you make an analogy of that. That'd be kind of like a Tiger Woods stinger. It went about 6 feet off the ground, and it was a shot. And the returner, number 7, had a hard time with it, but he did get under control here. Looks like we may have a new quarterback now for Geneva County. Number 17 is in the ball game, and that would be Mr. Caden Hutchinson. So this would be a good job here for Caden to get some reps. He's a 9th grader, so this would be good experience for him in the fourth quarter.
1st and 10, Bulldogs from their own 29-yard line. 9:53 left in the game. So that was number 2, Brendan Hall. He got hit in the backfield again. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 14. There's 2 or 3 Yellow Jackets in there.
Yeah, Cameron Jones, number 51. Kewan Kinsey, we've called him all night. Both of them on the stop for a play for a loss for about 3 yards. And if I'm Geneva County, you got a new quarterback now, you may not do this, but I would kind of go to maybe shotgun to get that 3 or 4 extra yards on the snap.
That's a straight handoff up the middle. Might have another penalty. I think he may have lost a yard. No, got 2 yards, maybe 3 yards. Like number 54 for the Geneva County Bulldogs is laying there. A little gimpy, something that happened, looked like his leg. Grayson Bale. So we're going to have an injury timeout right quick like. There is a flag on the play. Personal foul.
Personal foul.
Against the Yellow Jackets.
Abbeville. 15-yard penalty, that'll be a first down.
That's 15 yards penalty with an automatic first down. So after the injury timeout, the Bulldogs will have a first down at their own 40-yard line. So we'll be right back after this quick commercial.
Are you looking for a great place to eat? Come by Hots Deli, where we pride ourselves on our fresh-cut fruit and vegetables we use for our menu. We bake our bread and chicken fresh each day and have one of the largest gluten-free menus around. At Hots, we offer sandwiches, salads, soups, wraps, pizzas, wings, and our customers love our homemade chicken salad and fresh-made sides. Don't forget to try our baked fries or seared tuna. We have something for everyone, family-friendly and service with a smile. Hots Deli, 180 Westgate Parkway, and remember, get baked, not fried.
Biblically based preaching, dynamic music, ministry to the entire family. Find it all at Ridgecrest Baptist Church in Dothan. Worship with us Sunday mornings at 8:15 or 10:50. And check us out at rbcdothan.org.
Welcome back. We got our injured number 54 getting up, and I think he's going to be just fine. That's Grayson Bell.
He's the leader of the defense. Coach Thompson talked about. He's a 3-year starter at linebacker, and hopefully if it's a cramp or maybe a bone bruise, because the
way he's walking looks like a Charlie horse.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, even it's a little bit cooler. Wind has picked up a little bit up here. We're on top of the press box, but it feels nice. So there's supposed to be some low humidity. I heard WTVY Rand Paul said next Thursday. So a high of 88 with low humidity. So that's going to be nice.
You know, our meteorologist, Jackie Kenny, has not been right tonight with the wind or the rain.
Yeah, she's like a short dog on highways lost.
She's doing a great job spotter, though. I'll give her that.
She is doing a great job spotting. All right, the Bulldogs with that penalty takes over at the 43-yard line, 1st and 10, back on offense. Looking downfield, I like the play. Nice throw. I mean, really, from a quarterback just come in there, a freshman coming in there. I mean, he looked good. Nice spiral on it. I mean, he didn't get target, but, you know, it was rolled out. He felt it was under control. So that's, to me, you take all the positive you can out of this game if you're a Bulldog.
Yeah, I like that. And, you know, with the speed that Jose Martinez has, I might be looking at him at a slot position or wide receiver. Get the ball to him out in open field because he's extremely dangerous with the ball in his hands.
That's a great thought. Yeah, Caden Hutchins looked really good on that rollout. I mean, he really did. Good form. There's that tall sweep that has not worked at all. That was for the Geneva Bulldog. Again, number 2, Montavious Conley in there as fast as lightning.
He's going to bring up 3rd down.
So, and it was also number 2, Brendan Hall with the carry, but he had nowhere to go. There's a loss of 2. This be 3rd down and 15 for the Bulldogs.
Yeah, these linebackers and safeties and defensive back, which now looks like maybe they're going to push their safeties back now, play a little bit of 2-man cover. But I do like the way Mr. Hutchins throws the ball. Caden's done a great job of that one throw. He had a nice arm and nice tight spiral, and I would try something here as well.
Watch number 7, big Trevante Glanton. Look, he's going to come in on a blitz from the right side. There he comes. 6'5", 215. This Glanton throws it away, but they're going to call him. He's going to call intentional grounding. I don't think it was far enough outside, and that was a hard hit from a big man.
Well, not just that, but he didn't get the ball back to the line of scrimmage. That's the main problem. I think he was outside the tackle there, but
intentional
grounding, which I imagine Abbeville will take because it's a loss of down penalty. So it'll bring up 4th down with 7:51 to go here in the 4th quarter.
Bring up 4th down.
I'd expect a punt for Geneva.
Yeah, as we said many times with the speed of this Abbeville, you cannot have plays that develop that slow. There's no way. It just can't happen. It's got to be either quick outs, if you're going to throw the ball, quick rollouts, something to give him time. But, you know, but then again, as you said a couple times before, so the O-line is going to have to help with a little bit of protection. Kenley Pryor back for the punt. I think Montavious is, yep, it's going to be short. It's going to take a Bulldog roll, get to about the 45-yard line of the Bulldogs, where the Jackets will take over with 7 minutes and 35 seconds left in this contest.
Jackets will take over at the Bulldogs.
Jackets 24, Bulldogs 0 here in Hartford, Alabama.
I would expect you to see the 2nd string or 3rd string in here for Abbeville. There's no reason for Montavious to be out there with the wet conditions, a twisted ankle or
You're exactly right.
I would bring in my backups now and run the ball. Just get the clock out.
You see a lot of pretty white jerseys out there now. Ain't none of them hit the dirt, so you're right. And then great, good for coach. That's what they need to do. If they got a good handle on this game, don't look like there's going to be any chance of the Bulldogs coming back. So why not give your 2nd string some reps? Of course, that number 17, as we said before, Kendrick Carter, I mean, he's as hard to bring down almost as Montavious, you know, so he had, again, broke 2 or 3 tackles to get 5 yards to be a 2nd and 5.
2nd down and 5.
I've got a feeling when Coach Thompson looks at the film tonight or tomorrow, the first thing that's going to stand out to him was how many arm tackles they broke. They just not wrap up and make tackles like he would expect his players to make.
And that really could have been the difference in the ball game, big time. That's a nice play by number 44. He was in the backfield in a hurry, like he might have shot the gap too. That's Noah Williams.
Noah Williams with the stop.
And that's a great job by Noah. He squared the man up, had his helmet right in his chest, and drove him back. That was a great job by Noah there. Brings up about 3rd and 9, looks like, for Abbeville.
Got a penalty on the play. It's going to be offsides.
Offsides against the Bulldogs. That's
Against the Bulldogs, that's going to bring it 3rd and 5. They don't need to help them none. Yep, number 44 just had that nice play. Want to get in there for another one. Got a little antsy there. It's Noah Williams trying to time the count. Six minutes of counting till this game is over with. The Jackets well in control. Missed tackle, missed tackle. Got him down. He got back to the line of scrimmage and was able to. Should have been brought back 7 yards. You know, again, as we just pointed out, and you did just pointed out about the coach, you know, having a little talk with his players about how many missed tackles they had.
And look at Mr. Montavious now. He's walking off the field with the limp, which he didn't, no reason to be in there, but you had a crackback block here. I got a penalty on Geneva County.
Personal foul against the Bulldogs.
I think that's on the wrong side. Yeah, I think he called that on the wrong side.
I did too. I think it should be the other way.
I think it's number 53 that came back when Montavious turned and went the other side of the field. Number 53 peeled back and hit the pursuer and got a pretty good shot on him, and the head referee threw it. So
that's a 15-yard penalty. Still
that's going to push the Jackets all the way back to their own 40-yard line. So it's going to be 3rd and 20. Again, 5:44 left in this ball game. Still a possibility of the Bulldogs getting on the scoreboard. Mr. Whitehat making sure everything's good and kosher.
I think they're trying to make sure they got the they declined the penalty, so it'd be 4th and 9, I think now is what you're looking at.
4th and 9, yep. So in 3rd and 20 is a 4th and 9.
It was a 15-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. I do not know what it was for.
I think the PA announcer's a little upset with the
he did not know what that was for. So 4th and 9. Again, got drawn off sides. That hard clap. So again, it was number 44, Noah Williams, trying his best to get in there. I know you want to get in there, Noah, but you got to be patient.
He's been asked to come to the sidelines. I imagine he'll hear about that a little bit. But again, you can't get on him too much because he's trying to make a play.
Yes,
he's got to be more disciplined. Yep. That's all that is.
Yep.
Tell you what, this wind has picked up here in the 4th quarter.
Got trips to the near side, but they're going to hand it off. Now, that's how you tackle right there. Wrapped them up with the arms, brought them down. That's very nice for the Bulldogs. Maybe they can take that back to the film room.
Yeah.
Stop was made by Carter.
Good job with looks like 5:01 left to go here in the 4th quarter, and maybe Geneva County get on the board here. Again, we're not saying they have a chance to come back and win this ball game, but we do get confidence back in that offense, and you need to finish the game on a high note and play through the end of the game and play all 4 quarters. And I think that's what Coach Thompson's wanting right now, his team to battle all the way through and persevere. And it doesn't matter if you're down by 24, if you're down by 4, you want to be battling to the very end. And I like this about Coach Thompson.
Yeah, and this is some great experience for Caden Hutchins, number 17, who's going to be the quarterback of the future for the Bulldogs. So this is fantastic experience, especially if he can get some positive yards. and guide that offense to a score. That would be awesome. Great run to the right side of that offense, right behind the offense, right side of the offensive line. That's number 22.
Hartford Litchfield Season Program.
That is Bruce Sconyers.
They have a special now on hot dogs, chili dogs.
That was a nice fullback drive there. They just handed it off to the fullback in the I formation, and he ran behind the right guard and got a good 9-yard gain with the clock going at 4:35 left to go in the fourth quarter.
The ball positioned exactly on midfield. 2nd and 1. Clock ticking at 4:24.
Wow.
Man, I tell you what, that's great hustle right there. A little trouble on the handoff there. The ball was dropped. He kind of fumbled with it, picked it up, never gave up. Dragged 2 or 3 of the Yellow Jackets with him for first down.
Yeah, that kind of reminded me of the Chris Berman, old ESPN, bumbling, stumbling, rumbling.
That's Brendan Hall, who never gave up on that play. Like he's going to call way in the backfield, but he never kept driving those legs. Good for him.
It was. Way to persevere, Brandon.
.338, and the clock's still ticking. Bulldogs in Jacket territory. It's a tall sweep to number 7. That is Amari Holmes.
Holmes on the carry.
Like he got some speed. Tall, lanky guy, but tell you what, he hit that hole in a hurry. Got about 4 yards.
And Demarion Smith met him hard at the 4 and brought him down in a hurry. The safety came up and made a great tackle in the open field.
Yeah, Amari Holmes come up a little gimpy.
Bruce Sconyers.
And you'll see here that since Abbeville has not, in the last 2 or 3 plays, walked their linebackers up, they're running right in that gap now on the fullback, which Abbeville is fine with because it's running the clock with 2:45 left to go here in the fourth quarter. But Geneva County's doing a good job of altering off what Abbeville's doing, and they're making those plays running right up. Again, we talked about earlier, north and south, making the plays.
Nice stiff arm. Nice cutback.
Maury Holmes.
Maury Holmes. Nice with another nice carry.
Holmes made the tackle.
Yeah, that was a nice pitch and run there for Mr. Holmes. Inside the red zone for the first time at the 20-yard line with 2:15 left to go. This will be a huge boost to the Bulldogs for the Bulldogs.
One more timeout, don't they? Bad snap. Looked like Mr. Huskins tried to lead the center before he had the ball.
Sconyers on the carry.
Looked like number 22, Sconyers, made the recovery on the ball snap. Brings up 2nd and 10 with 1:39 left to go here in the fourth quarter. You'd like to see for Geneva County to punch it in here.
I would love for him to get a touchdown. That'd make my feelings feel better. I don't know about anybody else's, but it'd make mine, because they really have played hard. Nice cut back inside of that. So had a nice block there. He had to put a whole lot on him.
Holmes on the carry.
That same toss week, when Tavis Conley was going to come in, he shot out there, but then he cut back to the inside, and they put a nice block on him, which they hadn't been doing.
Right. It's a great job there.
1st and goal at the Yellow Jacket 7.
For the Geneva County to get down inside the 10-yard line with about a minute left to go here. Try to get on the scoreboard.
Amari Holmes with the carry again. May have got another couple yards.
Amari again on the carry.
Number 17, Mr. Hutchins, coming over to the sideline, get a play, desperately trying to get a score in here with 38 seconds left in the ball game. So take that goose egg off the scoreboard, make you feel a little better, Mark Kenny.
Oh, now you know Abbeville's wanting that goose egg to be there when this game's over with. That's a huge statement to that defensive coordinator and to Coach Stewart to hold Geneva County out of the end zone with 20 seconds left to go.
Gonna be a rollout pass, nice pass. That's gonna be a touchdown, Geneva Bulldogs. That's to number 8, Kenley Pryor. And a nice throw there with the quarterback. That little rollout, he's got a nice little touch on the ball there, Mark.
He does. To be a 9th grader, to be on the run, that was a nice throw. He was hiked on the left hatch, rolled out to the right, and did a great job and hit him in the corner of the end zone. Mr. Hutchins with a nice pass. That's encouraging to the fans for the future. That's also encouraging for the team as we carry forward, because we may see Mr. Hutchins in the lineup more now and put Jose more in his skill set. But that was a nice play.
Yeah, had great air under it. Just perfect on the throw there. Nice, easy catch, ball to catch. A little fumble there. Trying for a 2-point conversion on the call by PAT. B. Cole still pushing the pile. The Bulldogs not giving up, even at with 13 seconds left in the game. And they did get it. So that makes the score 24-7. The Bulldogs finally with a score late in the game with about 13 seconds, but it is a score.
Yeah, that's right. You'll see here on the pitch out throw, beautiful throw in stride, hitting for the touchdown. And that's something Coach Thompson can take into the locker room after the game, something we can look and encourage on through next week. Probably going to do a lot of drills this week. On arm tackling
drills, yes, sir, you are.
Quit wrapping up, grab them and pull them to the ground. And this is the point after right here, a little bobble there that kind of gave the defense a chance to get him. They did push him in here at the end. I didn't think they were going to make it, but the referee at the bottom right here, you can't see on the screen, he comes in and says he did. So they
yeah, Mr. Omar never went down. He kept turning those legs. So good for them. Again, if not for that touchdown, it's going to be all bad at the locker room, but at least you got something. And I'm pretty positive that the Jackets, as soon as they get the ball, they'll be doing to a knee.
I would think so. I would think when they kick the ball, they would probably go straight down to try to prevent any injury whatsoever. You'd hate for somebody to get hurt on the next to last play or play for just trying to make something out of nothing when it doesn't really mean anything.
Yeah, Montavious got he's still limping off the field there, so you don't want any more. They taking him out of the game. Don't want to take no more chances with him. And like you said, probably shouldn't have been in there those last plays anyway. No need. So it's number 3, Cameron Wallace with the return. Nice return. Moving here, moving there, going left, going right, making some people miss. He's going to be good next year as well. So with exactly 3 seconds left, the Jackets at their own 33-yard line. There's the knee down. So, and that is the ball game. So with the score 24-7, 24-8, with that extra PAT, 2-point PAT. But, tonight it was all Yellow Jackets. The Bulldogs did their best to hang in there with them, but that speed on the defense and the speed on the offense as well was just a little bit too much for them tonight, Mark.
Yeah, I believe so. At the end, they got a touchdown at the end. I think that'll be good for Geneva County moving towards next week. But, hat off to Coach Stewart over at Abbeville. He had his team prepared tonight. And Clavius did a great job of getting his over 150 yards rushing, 4 touchdowns. That's great. Here tonight for the win for 24-8 over Geneva County.
Yeah, I mean, the Yellow Jackets look good. I mean, they've lost. That makes them 1-1 in their conference. It makes 0-2 for the Bulldogs. So Yellow Jackets will feel good. Again, they lost last week to Cottonwood. So, but man, they look good. They lost 40-20, and I don't see how unless Cottonwood's that good. I mean, or they made some major adjustments because they look really good tonight. Really mixed it up on the offense. Defense, of course, the Bulldogs didn't give them anything to, much, as far as ingenuity or, creativity. They kind of did the same thing, but still, though, they look really good. So tonight's broadcast is brought to you by Call Bob. Be cool, call Bob. Also by Harley Davidson of Dothan. Ride to meet life. Don't wait for it. Southeast Health. Always the right decision. Clear to Close. Who you call when you're looking for real estate for all your real estate needs from A to Z. Zach's Restaurant, Slocum, Alabama. Best food in the South. Hots Deli. Get baked, not fried. Bama RV. The only pressure you should feel when buying an RV is which adventure to take first. Tri-State Parking Lot Maintenance. Seal coating, asphalt, patch, and striping. Tyree Entertainment for all your live video needs. And WTVY News 4, #1 news leader in the Wiregrass.
I got a big shout out and thanks to our crew. It was a wet night tonight, had some wind, came through it, did a great job. Our producer tonight, Jared Tyree, with our director being Steve Pierce, graphics, Bradley Roper, audio, Alan Pierce, replay, Broxton Gannon, our camera operators tonight in the rain, Lee Borchik, Bryant Pierce, and Neil Simmons. Our spotter, Jack and Keeney. Our track technicians, there's Justin Pierce and Michael Pierce. I'm Mark Keeney along with Philip Gilley here in Hartford. We'll be back with y'all next week. Thank you so much for watching WTVY News 4 Game of the Week. Good night and God bless.